Yo, what is up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another review on the team of the season, Mohamed Salah. We're going to go through the card, details, stats, clips and summary. Before we get into all of that, if I could ask you guys to please hit that like button, the subscribe button and that bell so you know when I upload, and comment down below what your thoughts are on this card and if you're going to grab him. And now, let's get into the video. So guys, the team that I played, Mohamed Salah, and I played him in that 4-2-3-1 in the right mid spot. I also did try him up front, but I didn't really like him there. And overall, guys, my first impressions of this card, it's a good card, guys. I just don't feel like he justifies the price tag he is at, and I do feel like this card will drop off more as we get on. Let's just get into the review. Mo Salah, 5'9", high medium work rate, left-footed, forces swing moves, 3-star weak foot, 7 games played, 4 goals scored, and 2 assists. Now, guys, like with Heung-min Son, I played him in the same team. I played these games in Foot Champs, and I got disconnected from a number of games. So actually he only got 4 games, four full games, 4 goals scored and 2 assists. So that's how to look at these stats for this card. The 3-star weak foot is a big con of this card, guys, and it really did affect how well I was able to finish off chances or create chances with this card. I just felt like I couldn't do a lot with him because of how much he was held back by it. In terms of the chemistry style, I tried a Maestro and I tried the Artist. I do think the Maestro is the way to go with this card. We'll just get into that shortly. Getting into the pros of the card, I feel like his pace obviously is phenomenal. His shooting is okay, guys. Now, a lot of you guys might kill me because I'm not a great finisher, but I do feel like this card did struggle a little bit on the finishing end. I do feel like quite often he was just putting in average finishes when really it should have been better than what he was giving me. Given that this card costs over 1 million coins and given the ratings on this card, I would have expected better out of this card. So that's the only reason I say that, guys, is because what I'm expecting from this card is up here, and he delivered, albeit above everyone else up here, it's still lower than where I would expect his standard to be. So I think that that's something to pay attention to as well. His dribbling is pretty good, however, I do feel like at times he loses the ball a little bit, but overall, guys, I still think it was okay. In terms of cons of this card, the long pass is quite poor, so again, the Artist did help out with that, just being able to distribute the ball a little bit better, and the shot power is quite poor as well, guys, so he's not able to finish chances from distance as easily as you might like. In terms of the player traits, guys, he's got the finesse shot trait, the long shot taker, speed dribbler, outside the foot shot, and the chip shot, all great shooting and finishing traits to have. So now that we've covered that, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, getting into some of Mo Salah's clips, and what you guys are going to see is his general wing play. Now guys, I did try him at striker for one half. I did not like him there at all. Guys, in terms of the first thing we'll get into, guys, his pace. He feels really quick, guys. Now, I would say that it is not a noticeable pace increase from his already very fast base card. Now, that might sound crazy, guys, because this card is obviously better than his base card. But for me, guys, I'm looking at this in terms of being a 1.3, 1.4 million coin player. And that's very expensive, guys, for this card. And it does need to be able to justify that price tag, even if it is a 96 rated card, even if it is Mo Salah. He still has to justify that price tag for me. And in some of these in some of the gameplay, he didn't feel like he was massively upgraded on the pace. Now, it is obviously because he is very quick already. If we get into his dribbling, guys, his dribbling is just as phenomenal as any other card I've tried this year. So quick, so capable, he drags the ball so well everywhere. He's able to move in those tight spaces better than almost any other player that I've tried. Very few players are able to compare to him in that regard. Creates easy space for himself as well to get goal scoring opportunities. And over again, guys, I could just step past the defenders and create opportunities for myself with how good his dribbling was. Getting into his passing, guys, his passing is also very good. His crossing is very good. His short and long pass are both good as well. But again, because of that weak foot that he's held back by, you do have to focus on his left foot a little more than maybe would be preferred. However, guys, I still do feel like his passing, given that you do use his left foot more so, is very good regardless. And I can't really judge him too much for being poor at passing on his weak foot, when really what I'm considering is how good his passing is in general. When I look at the next part of his game, guys, his physicality, this was something that was really surprising to me, is that they've given him a very good amount of strength. And what that allows you to do, guys, is actually just bully some of the fullbacks with this Salah card. And that's not something that a lot of people are expecting with this Salah card. And that's what makes him really fun to use as well, is that he's able to do all of the physical stuff as well as all of the technical stuff that he was previously able to do. We're going to get into the shooting now, guys, and the shooting for me, guys, was still a bit wayward. I did feel like his shooting is a bit inconsistent. Now, again, guys, I say this in every review, I am not the best finisher, but you know when I'm scoring a lot of goals with someone, they are a good finisher. And this Salah card, I created a lot of opportunities with him. I just didn't stick that many away, and I do think it is down to me partially, but I also do feel like it's partially down to Salah. Now, to put this in context, I had Son in the same team, and I felt like Son, whilst I had poor finishing with him as well, I did not feel like it was Son's fault that I was missing these chances. However, with Salah, some of these chances definitely were missed because of his inability to stick them in. You guys are just going to see though some of the goals that he scored for me in these final couple of clips here. Picking up the ball here out wide, driving in to the goal, and this actually finishes on his right foot here, which is a lovely finish to have. Great finish there. And then this final one here, again guys, more of the same. Picking up the ball down here, a little reverse ball and getting in behind, and then all of a sudden this is the danger situation, getting into the box and smashing it in. So guys, getting to this Mo Salah final summary. 1.346 million on the PlayStation, 1.176 on the Xbox, and 1.45 on the PC. Now guys, the key stats of this card, the pace and the dribbling are both sensational. I didn't notice the pace too much from his base card. If you guys see there, the base card's still very high in pace. The dribbling is just much more tight, much more capable in that regard as well. And again, looking back at, let's say, even the 94 rated card, you guys can see relative gains here that aren't that great. So if we look at the road to the final card, it costs about 869k. This one, 1.3 million. Is the card worth it? We'll get into that shortly. In terms of the chemistry style I would go with, guys, now I'm just going to have to, I don't really know what the best one is for him. I think an artist is a good way to go, just to kind of help out his passing, but then it's wasted in terms of his dribbling. And actually guys, the thing you need to boost on this card the most, now that I look at it, is his shot power. His shot power is really weak, and I feel like that really does affect him just in terms of being able to finish off chances. If you were to put a marksman on him, it would be wasted on his dribbling, but it would take his shot power up and his strength up as well, and that really is a fantastic way to go with this card, just in terms of boosting that capability and making sure that he's able to do more just in terms of physicality and just in terms of finishing as well. The other way to go with this card really, guys, is potentially to go with a sniper. That will also boost the shot power and boost the physicality there, and actually that's the focus of those two. So actually I'm going to recommend the sniper for you guys. In terms of similar players, I'm not going to do this comparison, guys, because Mo Salah is entirely his own style of player. From the body type to how he moves, he's a fantastic player, and I can't compare him to anyone else in this game. But in terms of linkability, guys, he's got strong links to a lot of cards. You guys know how many special cards Liverpool have had this year, so he has got a bunch of those in this squad now as well. In terms of the price comparison, guys, he's currently around the 5th, I think 5th or 6th. He's the 6th most expensive right winger on the game. Do I feel like this card compares to, say, compared to Bukayo Saka's Future Stars card? Yes, very comparable, very good, much better card, definitely, for sure. I have used this mid Garrincha, and I've also used prime Garrincha. That's baby, sorry, that's mid right there, and that's prime right there. I've used prime Garrincha. That card is phenomenal. Would I say this Mo Salah card is better than that prime Garrincha? No, I don't think he is. One thing that holds him back tremendously is the skill moves and weak foot, which you guys are aware of, but also I just feel like the card lacks something in the end product department, particularly in his shooting still, which makes him a little bit iffy for me. His dribbling, passing and pace were all fantastic, but when you have a card of that caliber and that cost, you need him to be able to finish. And for me, guys, he still doesn't justify the 1.3 million price tag. I think he's a phenomenal player, guys, and you're not going to get a better right winger who's in the Premier League. No chance. This card is one of the best right wingers in the game, but you guys have got to understand that I'm comparing this at a level where I'm looking at Garrincha, I'm looking at other players in that sort of level, like George Best's prime, like Bukayo Saka, who he's better than, like Atal, who you can also pick up as well. I'm looking at those kind of players and comparing him to that level, and would I say he's better than prime Garrincha or better than prime George Best? No, I would not. I still think those cards have the edge over him, and I would go with that final recommendation that if this price does drop off a little bit, then go ahead and pick him up. But as far as right wingers go, you're better off going for one of those icons and saving up a little bit extra rather than picking up this card. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please do smash that like button. Until next time, I'll see you all in a bit.